When we're talking irons in 2024, there was plenty of brand new irons out on the market. We'll see a lot of those on screen now. But for me, there is one brand that was underrated, and for me, they have the best irons of the year. I've had them in the bag pretty much all year now, and we're going to be putting them to the test on the golf course today. If you can hit a towering draw with a 4-iron just like that, that is exactly why these clubs have stayed in my bag. Feel fantastic, very versatile, but who are they directed to? And guys, if you are new to the channel, then welcome to this YouTube channel. If you want to join us on that journey to 50,000 subscribers, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And guys, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, thank you for being a supporter of the channel. What do you want to see going forwards? Do you want to see more mid-handicap Dave? Doesn't everybody? Do you want to see more course management? Obviously he is here. Do you want to see more course management? We're going to be testing a lot of the new 2025 product, which is exactly what we're out here doing today. But obviously let's get back to talking about what I think are the best irons that nobody bought. And you'll see down there, that's a fairway found on this tight par 5. So again, lays me up nice and short of these bunkers, gives me even a good angle into that flag. So a great option even from a 4-iron CB. Now the brand in question have won on the DP World Tour recently, so they have won this year, and they have won majors over the years, but it's a brand that a lot of people maybe overlook. Again, for me, maybe a brand that you can't find to get fitted. It's very rare that I go to a golf club and you can find these irons, so you do certainly have to maybe look a little bit deeper, but they have some fantastic options from their range, and it's not just directed, which most people think, for beginner golfers. So we're going to put them through the test today. A little bit of a giveaway. They are a CB and MB combo. So again, maybe for most golfers, these aren't what may go in the bag, but you may go all CBs through the bag. But these are the best feeling for me, the most versatile clubs that I've tried this year. Look fantastic, and maybe something for you to look at going into next year. So you can see the differences in the CB and the MB right there, and you can see, if one thing, there's a lot of wear and tear on those, but I have used these all year, so you can clearly see that they are going to get some marks on there. Unless we go for a mid-handicap day and get some iron covers on there, then that's just normal bag wear and tear. But performing fantastic, par 3 here, and we're going to go with that 6-iron CB. And you'll see one of the big things is when you get a set of irons here, yes, it's a front pin, but a lot of your tour players are thinking about 3/4 shots, how they can control shots. Again, a controlled 6-iron here, I feel like I'm in control of that. Not a full swing, a good flight straight towards the flag, or just left, and that should be pretty close. So you can see another new club in there. Can we knock this in for a 2? So controlled 6-iron there, you can see landed just short of the green, stopped pretty quick. So that's one big thing that I like with these irons is, again, control. I've had that all year with the irons. They're certainly going to be hard to get out of the bag in 2025. But you will see on the channel that I have had some custom fit irons. So I do have some Tourer irons. I ordered some custom Tourer heads. I've put the shafts in them from SGGT with a fitting, and again, totally different. Same kind of CBs throughout the bag, no MBs there. Unfortunately, Lawrence did tell me that I wasn't good enough for those, although with the Wilsons I've really enjoyed them. But graphite shafts, so a total different change. Which one will perform the best? And again, we'll get out on the golf course, play 9 holes with each set of clubs, and see which one comes out on top. Not bad, a steady 3. Now if we look down on these two clubs, so we do have the MB here on the left and we do have the CB here on the right. We can see the top edge is a little bit different. Again, blade length, very similar. So for me, that's where these MBs especially, obviously the blade length of them, it doesn't look tiny. It's not like something like a Feeng blueprint where you feel like there is hardly any face to hit. Well, it does need a spring clean there before this shot. So the bottom edge on there, again, isn't too thin. So it's not obviously striking fear into you and thinking that you've got no chance. But again, like we said, wear and tear on there, I don't mind that again because I've thoroughly enjoyed these clubs. But how will it do here on this par 3? And that's one thing I would suggest. If you're looking for new irons next year, make sure you're thinking about, if you are buying second hand, getting them down and having a look at how big the face is. Obviously, have they got offset, haven't they got offset? Because you need to think about that when you're choosing your clubs. Again, what kind of top line do you want to see? Because you might maybe want some forgiving irons, but you might not like something with a huge thick top edge. You might then go for some, let's say, Players distance irons, or some distance irons which have a thinner top. They're still forgiving, maybe not as forgiving, but over the golf ball they give you that little bit more confidence. Again, the bottom of the club, how big is that sole? That's something that you need to think about, because what is your interaction with the ground? These are all things that you need to take into consideration. For me this year in the game improvement, the Black Ops PXG irons were for me probably the best. For Dave, he didn't like how bulky they were. So again, this is opinion. Dave's a mid-handicap golfer. He might be needing to go to those irons potentially. And if he was, it's not something that would give him confidence like these give me confidence. Just to hit control shots just like that. A nice flighted 8 iron there. Again, looking like it's pin high, giving me a chance. I'm not feeling like I'm having to work too hard to get these where I want to go. So we can see again here, perfect distance control from those irons. But again, let's talk a little bit about the tech in there and what you maybe should start to think about when you're choosing your irons. Now, if we talk about tech in the irons, we know from a Forge club, from a CB or an MB, there is very limited tech in there. Really, there isn't much forgiveness. So if you're not swinging it well, then you certainly do find out. And for me, this year, when I have not been swinging it great, you certainly do start to lose distance. So this is where, for me, especially in the shorter clubs, if I'm not hitting those MBs well, maybe why Lawrence has fitted me for all CBs in that new custom set that I've had built. So it's very interesting to think, because we know that obviously for you guys, if you're looking at distance irons, if you're looking at forgiving irons, you might be going hollow bodied, and they might help you across the face a little bit more than these irons. But then again, would you be better with less technology? Would there be less things for you to blame? We all know as golfers we like to blame, oh well, that was a flyer, that one came out a little bit hot, and that one was a little bit high on the face. So very interesting where you would be going. Again, a CB does have a little bit more forgiveness. We know there's a little bit more perimeter weighting than that MB, so certainly clubs to consider. But like I say, for me, underrated Wilson. And get those comments below. Have you had Wilson irons? I'd love to know a percentage of you who have had Wilson irons, who have Wilson irons now. And if you do, where did you get them from? And are you enjoying them? Would you change from Wilson, do you think? Obviously, have you tested other clubs and thought maybe they're a little bit better? Again, I think they're making huge strides, Wilson. And again, winning on tour. Tour validation, is that something that you are obviously interested in when you're thinking about buying golf clubs? That's, for me, something that brands obviously do rely on a lot. They do want to see that their clubs are winning on tour. And for me, Wilson has this year, so certainly should be right up there. And guys, that's exactly why these are the best clubs of 2024 for me. Pin high again, leaving myself a good chance at a putt, but what were the best irons for you?